My son's grandmother's house.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so now she's staying with us now, though. See how, and cars was like literally blowing. It was so hot to where you could feel the heat inside of the car. Like, all these, that's crazy.
Unreal.
You know, it's like a nightmare. You know, nobody would have knew off of the wind blowing like that was going to be the outcome. My friend called me and said, you need to go get your son and the grandmother, you know, right now. And I'm like, and then so I went up there, you know, and when I was talking to her and telling her that we need to get out of here, she was like, I'm not leaving my home, you know, I'm not going nowhere. And so we had to persuade her to, like, get out of the house. She was, you know, arguing with us, and I kind of understand it's her home. She felt like, why am I leaving my home? And so, but we ended up getting, my son took her outside and showed her where the fire was in the mountain, because it started at Eaton Canyon. And then I want to say like an hour and a half later, it was like on Lake. And then after that, it was on Marengo. I'm like, the fire is coming fast, you know? And if she would have stayed there, she would have died.
It's scary. My kids had a full-blown panic attack. Mama, are we gonna die? And I was like, being a mom, I hope all moms, you know, if they get to see this, they know that, you know, find a mom, because all moms are struggling. We have to be stronger than almost everybody sometimes.
He had to flee at 3:45 a.m.
4:30 in the morning, and the smoke detector was going off. And when I opened my eyes, I couldn't see because my house was full of smoke. And when I opened my front door, everything around me was on fire. I had to drive through fire to make it down to Pasadena to be safe. A little bit, I'm still trying to process that.
I got home, my husband had been able to get our pets into the car and just some few vital documents. We packed up my car and then started driving down the hill because we could see the flames encroaching. We could not get anybody by cell phone. All the towers were down. There was very little to no communication, and we were driving by the light of the flame. Went to my mom and dad's house 3 blocks away to find them sitting in the living room, hyperventilating because they couldn't breathe. And while they were looking for car keys, I just packed up their cars with anything I could find, and we left.
My house started on fire on the early morning on the 9th, so I came back that very next day, and because I know the neighborhood, I was able to get in to my property and saw that everything was gone.
Recibí un mensaje de mi vecino que me dijo, hay que tener cuidado, hay mucho viento y hay que evacuarme. Y probablemente hay un incendio cerca, pero yo me imaginé el incendio de allá. Le dije, sí, pues está muy lejos. No, dijo, está a 3 millas de donde estamos, está en Eaton Canyon.
He was working in Century City, and he heard about the fires, saw videos, and decided to come back and see if his home was okay. He called his wife, and apparently the fire was only 3 miles away from where he was staying. And so he told his family to just come down to the city. He said that the wind was too strong, that he would open the window and he could just smell all the smoke. He came with his brother to check on his house, and as soon as they approached, he saw the tree was lit up with fire. And at that point, he knew that his house was gone. All his family was safe. The only thing is now his house and everything he owns is gone.
Es muy difícil porque tienes que batallar, buscar lugar, buscar espacio.
He says it's very difficult because you have to find a new place to stay, a new place to keep your family. Yeah.
Especialmente con los niños, especialmente con los niños.
He says especially with the children.
Yo como sé, me puede quedar en el carro, pero los niños con más batallamos.
He says as an adult I could stay anywhere, but with the kids you want to give them a safe place to stay.